This type of behavior will no longer be tolerated by Globodocs. Keep this up, and we'll sick both Dachshunds after you.
I'm hungry.
Watermelon, mango, lemonade, your favorite flavors of Slurpees, soon to be your favorite flavors of gummies. Try TROLLI brand Slurpee Sour Bright Crawlers, miniature gummy worms made to taste like your favorite 7-Eleven frosty treat with a sour sugary coating that will give your taste buds a brain freeze.
Great. This feels fantastic. I feel like I could conquer the world! Hey, I don't know what it is. Maybe it was what I was wearing or what I am wearing now, but I feel pretty damn good. I mean, for the first time in a long time. I don't feel like the whole weight of the world is crushing my spirit, nor do I feel like my insides are black and decaying. I mean, look outside. I mean, the sun is shining, the birds are chirping. And my food item this week doesn't even really seem like it's gonna be that bad. Maybe there's some good news on the horizon for your good buddy Hotties. Hottie Big, whatever my name is. Thank you, Light Yagami number 1. I feel pretty great too. Oh. Okay, I guess I'll see you after the show then. Plot thickens. Wonder what that could be all about.
We at Globodocs hereby approve the new look that you have adopted. But we highly would appreciate it if you would consult us in the future before you make drastic changes to the show format. Thank you for your cooperation.
Pay no attention to him. So anyway, we are looking at TROLLI brand Slurpee Sour Bright Crawlers. You know there's gotta be something up when I'm actually getting a food item that's going to be tasty rather than revolting. That's because this item I'm reviewing here today was not supplied by the Divinity Crate, but rather a brand new secondary supplier. Or would that be tertiary, because, you know, there's Eric the Red and everything. It's Cold Snap! This is gonna be a real treat for me because for those of you who remember my old Halloween special that I did a while back on the top 10 grossest candies that there are in the world, I actually did a very quick top 10 favorite candies, and gummies of all different shapes and sizes near the top of that list. And the thought of a Slurpee flavored gummy. I love Slurpees, you love Slurpees, everybody loves Slurpees! That just sounds like an orgasmal prospect right there. So I'm kind of going into this review with a bias. I am a big fan of gummies of all shapes and sizes. What am I going to do to make sure that this review is as fair as it possibly can be? I am 99.999% sure that this is going to taste delicious to me, but I kind of have to be fair in that I have to grade it the same way that I would grade anything else on this show. And what this snack is trying to do by emulating the taste of a Slurpee, it's a pretty tall order. I mean, it's gotta really nail that taste in order to succeed in my book. Says here that they are lemonade, watermelon, and mango flavored. Could very well be that they're just lemonade, watermelon, and mango flavored gummy worms, and they just slapped that Slurpee logo on there just to tempt all the fans of Slurpees out there. A Slurpee's got a very specific taste to it, a very specific bite to it. Kind of the way you compare like a cherry candy with a cherry ice pop. I can't really tell you in words what the difference is, but there's a very big difference there. And the truth is, there have been more than a few instances on this here show where a specific food item is trying to replicate a really complicated taste of something, and then they fail in the process. I think back to those Lay's creamy bacon potato salad flavored potato chips. I think back to those Lay's truffle fries flavored potato chips. Or how about the Oreo candy canes? All those Buffalo Bob jerkies that I've had. How about the Evolution Pine Hopple IPA? They all tried to nail a specific taste and... I'm ignoring that. They all tried to nail a specific taste and they failed. They completely whiffed completely. I don't know why. Maybe they were just biting off more than they can chew. I'm not listening to you.
Hottie Scotty, stop ignoring me and do the damn ad read.
Balthazar, it's a brand new day and a brand new me. I just don't feel like doing the ad read.
Hottie Scotty, just so you know, you're working my last nerve. Choose your next sentence wisely.
We played this game before, Balthazar. I just ignore the ad read, the music fades out, and I go on my way. I just go over there in the kitchen and get myself a bottle of water, alright?
Hottie Scotty, you are skating on thin ice! Don't forget we can sue you for breach of contract.
Alright, I'll do your stupid ad read. But you're always complaining about me not putting my own personal stamp on these things? Well, I've got some ideas for this one. Wait till you get a load of this! Enjoy the world of the pink taupe. It was created by the finest restaurateurs from all corners of the world, and I personally love the ease in which fine meals are preparable. In a refrigerated tote, the approximate measurements of the finest ingredients are stored, with a helpful packet teaching you various, easy-to-follow ways to prepare over 500 different types of healthy, delicious meals comparable to those you'll find at the finest 5-star restaurants. If you like a particular meal, feel free to order it again, or try one from the suggestions tab when you return the totes. I am all thumbs in the kitchen, and even a dummy like myself... You know, I never really appreciated that. You putting that in the actual script that I have to read, calling me a dummy. Some gratitude for you. Anyway, where was I? Like myself, can prepare these exquisite meals in typically less than an hour. How can you argue with that? This week's menu includes sautéed loaf of who cares with sprinkles of apathy, served alongside I don't give a rat's ass and a huge load of bollocks. Hearty bowl of this means nothing to me with generous bits of go screw and get bent piled atop juicy bits of I couldn't care less. Cool story bro sandwich with who gives a shit and I'd rather be doing anything else with a side order of I can't be bothered and whatever. I detach myself from this situation with fried aloofness, steamed SMH with soft piles of let's just get through it, sit on it and spin, and half-ass it just to get it all done. So what are you waiting for? Shop online at www.therealpinktaupe.com and start making healthier choices today! Well, Balthazar, was that to your liking?
I'm not overly thrilled with what you just did there. Watch it.
Time to open this up and see if it passes the smell test. Lucky shocker! I don't believe I've actually gotten close enough to smell a Slurpee in my lifetime. But this has me hopeful. If you could transfer that Slurpee bite into a scent, this definitely has it! Meh, it's the little worms. Is it me, or do the little worms just not taste as good as the big ones? I mean, I just like to cram that gigantic earthworm, almost like the size of a garter snake, into my mouth. Why do they make these tiny little ones? It's just, I don't know, there's just something impotent about them. Maybe it's the difference between a gummy worm and a crawler. I don't understand the world of today. Alright, Mr. Worm, time to wiggle jiggle down my esophagus. That is really good, and wow, what an aftertaste! That was the watermelon one right there, and by gosh, by golly, it really does give you the satisfaction of having just drank a Slurpee. I don't know what flavor this is, but I'm gonna give it a whirl. I think that was a mango one. Mango ones are not as good. but it's still got that pleasant Slurpee aftertaste. Kind of wish that they weren't sour. I'm gonna eat a lot of sour candies on the show. I think that was a mango one. Mango ones are definitely not as good. Nope. Every fiber of my being wishes that these weren't sour. Eating a lot of sour candies on the show lately. I know there's probably sour Slurpees out there, but when I think of Slurpees, that's not the first thing that comes to mind. Just, you know, taking a big sip of a Slurpee and puckering. Because these are such a novelty, Slurpee flavored gummies, I mean, I don't know if there's any regular flavored Slurpee flavored gummies. I think this is the first of its kind. I mean, if I could be wrong about that, if I am, comment section down below, but I want to get that Slurpee goodness. I want to try for the first time a Slurpee flavored gummy, and it does have that aftertaste in there, but the sour, it just gets in the way. What is the first thing you think of when you get a Slurpee at 7-Eleven and you just take a big long swig of it, like really as hard as you can? You think of brain freeze, you think of, I don't know, it tastes like that weird ice pop kind of taste. The last thing you think of is puckering and just having a weird, like, mega atomic warhead sour in your mouth. I'm also really not that big a fan of there not being a real way to distinguish one from another. I mean, you really don't know which flavor you're popping into your mouth until after you popped it into your mouth. I mean, I guess there is a tell here. I mean, this one's got a little bit more of an orange tint at the tip, so I'm assuming that this is a mango one. But you really have to look long and hard at what you're eating as you're eating it. To those of you who think I'm really dogging on this particular item, don't misconstrue my words. This is still some of the best candy out there that you're gonna get. I love gummies of all shapes, sizes, and forms, but I gotta level with you. This type of gummy right here, I mean, even though it is delicious, it's probably about I'd say my second least favorite kind of gummy. The kind of gummy that's just got a sugary coating on it, that's kind of got like a weird shell that you gotta bite through. A sugary shell or a sour shell, something like that. My least favorite gummies are the ones that you can't see through. Like if you suck on a gummy long enough and you hold it up to the light, that light should be able to shine through that gummy. But every once in a while you'll see a bag of like SpongeBob Krabby Patty gummies and stuff like that. It's all like this weird milky texture, and those are really, really nasty to look at. They're kind of nasty to put in your mouth too. I mean, they're still delicious. It's just, I don't know, there's just something weird and, I don't know, the texture's kind of off. But on the whole, this candy is actually really, really good. There's just a few odds and ends that keep it from being the perfect candy experience. The sour, like I said. I don't understand why they're sour and they're Slurpee flavored. I mean, I feel like if that sour wasn't there, the Slurpee flavor would be prominent and would be perfect. And I've never had a Slurpee flavored gummy in my life, and I still feel like I was robbed of that experience. Good lord, you're so pushy today, Balthazar. The fact that they're small, the fact that they're not like real like big gummy worms, the fact that they're just these tiny little niblets that you stick in your mouth, they're just not big enough to carry all that flavor. And the fact that they're sour and they have that weird candy shell around them, that sugary shell that you gotta bite through, it just kind of gets in the way of it being the perfect gummy experience. Good lord, that only fruit read, it's just not going away. You want personalization, Balthazar? I'll give you some personalization. I got a real home dinger for you. Did you know that a fruit is just a ripened plant uterus? Yeah. To learn more, just watch my cursed cherry tree review that I did a while back with Jarrah White. It was a manga review I did on Ranma 1/2 character profiles. Yeah, just watch that, and you'll know that basically when you're eating an apple, hey, some of you out there might be chewing on an apple right now as you're watching this. You're basically chowing down on a gouged out plant uterus. Yeah, those only fruit bars, when you think about it that way, they're pretty gross and nasty, aren't they? You know, screw the ad read. I don't need the ad read. I'm just gonna do it all off the cuff right here. Only fruit bars. They're fruit without the pits. They get your hands all greasy and they taste like the shits. So if I were to give this a half rating, you know what? I'm afraid I'm gonna have to go on the low end of the good scale on this one. I'm gonna give it 3 halves. I get so little outside human contact here in Limbo, and in my brief confab that I had with Cold Snap on this item, he really talked this up. And I hate to break it to the guy. I mean, it was very good, but as far as gummies go, I would consider it on the low end of the gummy scale. I'm sure sour Slurpees do exist, but they're not very common. I mean, when I think of Slurpees, I don't think so much about flavors as I do colors. I mean, what's your favorite color Slurpee? I mean, there's the red one, there's the blue one, there's that one that's kind of like yellow and kind of like green, but not one or the other, it's just kind of in between. Those are the flavors, colors of Slurpees. Why aren't those colors represented in this bag? Why'd they go with lemonade, watermelon, and mango? Those are just such weird, random flavors that I don't think about Slurpees when I think of those flavors. I'm not gonna say that they're gross. In fact, they're actually quite good. They do have that little tiny shred of a Slurpee taste in the background, but as I eat them, I'm just left silently wishing that they were just regular standard gummy worms and not crawlers, worms, just regular boring flavors, cherry, lemon, orange. I would have been happy if they were just regular gummy worms. They didn't get so fancy with them, if they're not such like weird tropical flavors. I mean, why they have to get so fancy, I don't know. I think it got in the way here. I don't know if they exist. This is an invitation to Divinity Crate or to Cold Snap, or if Eric the Red is watching, supply me with some regular Slurpee flavored gummy worms if they exist. And if they don't exist, I hope the people at 7-Eleven are watching because they need to exist. Get rid of the sour and give me Slurpee. So until next time, where I once again answer the question, is it yuck? Is it yum? Damn, this jacket makes a lot of noise. Or is it yuck or yum? Looks like I have an appointment to keep. Maybe we'll bring the cameras with me. Ta-ta.
I'm not so sure I'm ready for this. Alright, I guess you know better than I do. There. How do I look? It feels, I don't know, weird? It just feels weird.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from his hometown of Turnertown, USA, here is the incomparable Bad News Bashama!
Hello everyone, this is your good buddy Bad News Bashama, and I'm afraid I've got some good news for you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inaugural episode of my new talk show, After Hours with Bad News Bashama! Thank you, oh my adoring audience, you do love me! thank you, thank you. I know that you're all privileged to be in the presence of my greatness. Thank you very much. And joining me in this platform is my trusty sidekick and loyal subordinate. Please, ladies and gentlemen, give a warm welcome to the non-important trailer park piece of trash, Stone Cold Steen Aston. Say something for the people, Steen. What's that, Steen? What? Speak up, man. I cannot understand anything you're saying. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You can't say anything. Ha! 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 How do you like that apple I stuffed in your mouth? You like Granny Smith? I know you hate Granny Smith. That's why I got it for you. Ha, 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 ha. You thought you were rid of me, didn't you, Steen Aston? You thought I will never return this soon, right? Well, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. You Neanderthal piece of trash has been demoted, and this new show will be a permanent fixture in Yakaryam. Just look at this new logo, isn't it beautiful? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, there will be no more sponsors, no more long-winded ad reads, no more babbling about Hershey, Moolah, and Deer Stands, and Ted Fowler, whoever the hell that guy is. And most importantly, no more stupid beer clocks! That's right, no more you, Steen Aston. Now only me! And now, ladies and gentlemen, how am I gonna fill all this time in my hand? Quiet down, Steen Aston, I'm thinking here! Oh, I know. Let's talk about my daily routine. This will be very informative to you guys. Just like every morning, I wake up at 6:30 a.m. I'm an early morning kind of guy. I made myself some toast, cut off of course, and I enjoyed it while drinking some pretty fresh oolong tea. I then got to my car, drove to the nearest Walmart, bought me some apple. The same apple I put in your mouth, Steen Aston! Ha! 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 But enough about me. You good folks of Turnertown, USA have come here for one purpose and one purpose only. To hear this town's favorite son, moi, sings his heart out to you. So without further ado, let's get this party started right! Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, the deer and the antelope play. Shut up, you bunch of ignorant hillbillies! I'm trying to sing here! What is that? You boo me, I boo you! You bunch of illiterate hillbillies don't deserve me! I'm better than that! That's why I left this city! Yes, boo all you want! I already got your money! What the? Who's that in the aisle up there? There's 1, 2, 3 of you. And what's with the mask? What's the meaning of this outrage?
Here you thought Steen Aston didn't have any allies.
But you certainly had a lot of not so nice things to say about us.
And I don't appreciate you calling us out. Not one bit.
Hey, wait a minute. Now I recognize you guys. I roasted you back in episode 213, right? Jardin's Endless, isn't it?
My title is Various, you buffoon!
Whatever. And you, Ranuyasha Satomi.
In the flesh.
And you are Jara White.
I'll have you know, you're not supposed to eat Vegemite like it's f***ing Nutella or chocolate spread or some other shit like that. You're supposed to spread it thinly on sandwiches.
Jara!
In fact, one of the sandwiches we have down here is called Tiger
Jara.
Toast. You make some toast, spread the Vegemite on it, you get some
Jara.
slices of cheese, make it all like black yellow like tiger stripe.
Jara!
Sorry, but it is f***ing delicious.
Well, this is a pleasant surprise. You see that, ladies and gentlemen? Everyone who's anyone are begging to be a part of my show. Let's have a round of applause to my honorable guests. Thank you, you're all too kind. Well, guys, I appreciate you stopping by, but I have a monologue to finish, so if you please take your leave and go home, please. Wait, where are you going? No, that's the wrong way. That's the wrong way. Don't go there. No, guys, don't come up the stage. Don't come up the stage. Security, security.
As the official Limbo Grub / Sugar Yum historian, I declare that this will be a day long remembered.
The day the evil bad news Bushamach got his butt whipped.
No, come on, guys. This is 3 against 1. That's poor sportsmanship, please. Yeah, you're an acclaimed astrophysicist, right? Surely you are above such barbaric behavior, right?
My major is in geology and astrophysics, but I have a minor in whoop-ass.
Hear you, Shoten Haravive! Personal blast! Ah!
And now for the finishing touch.
Whoa! Dude, you kicked him right up the crotch.
Yeah. Ow. That was a bit too much.
That is your opinion. You are certainly entitled to it.
Come on, Steve Aston. Let's get that apple out of your mouth.
Hey, thanks, guys! Nasty-ass Granny Smith apples. I prefer the Red Delicious. Hot damn, we got ourselves a little Survivor Series team right here.
I say today calls for a good triumphant walk into the sunset. What do you say, Steen?
Well, you guys go on ahead. I'll catch up with you. There's something I need to take care of first.
Very well then. Come along, mates.
Yeah! I feel so heroic!
Hey guys, wait for me!
You just wait. Ranuyasha out to me. You're white. Yours is the endless. Once I'm out of the burn unit, you two will feel my wrath. Uh-oh.
Got your tongue bad news, Bashamach? Ain't you got a question to ask me?
Yeah.
What?
I'm,
What? No, seriously, this time for real. Go on ahead.
I suppose you're here to rub it in my face that you won again, don't you? You're here to kick a beaten man while he's down, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm through trying to talk. But here, have this stunner. And that's the bottom line. Your Stone Cold said so. Why, hell yeah!